Hello everyone, I'm Monk and this is going to be a walkthrough on Dishonored Death of the Outsider. We're going for an untouched run. That means it's ghost, but absolutely no one gets hurt. There's no knockouts or kills. First we're going to pick a new game. I considered going original game plus, but I decided that Billy's powers are much better suited to this kind of thing than Carver and Emily's. And this is going to be on medium difficulty. And straight off the bat we're going to pick up both contracts, including the one to kill Milky, which I'll explain the reasoning behind when it becomes more relevant.
Burglary, spying, picking pockets. Dowd taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now.
Just to note, I'll be skipping all cutscenes, so this walkthrough is going to assume that you understand the story. This is purely just a gameplay tutorial. And I'll figure out a way to disable the tutorial in the next episode because it gets rather annoying. It's time to start the first mission, One Last Fight.
All right. The old Albarca Baths shouldn't be far.
We're going to just walk right past this guard. We don't have to deal with him, and we're not going to. We're just going to hop over here and slide under this. You don't have to come into this room just yet, but it becomes important in the escape.
What the island
Next, we're aiming for those pipes just ahead so we can get into the apartment above. But right now, these two are in a conversation and the one on the right is going to spot us if we try now.
Let's still wait for the reinforcements. Kinda dry.
We're waiting for him to turn around.
Go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of them 2 penny drinks.
A B C D E N G H E.
We've just got to wait for this guy to serenade us with his knowledge of language.
Arrest U and V, double B X Y's and Z. Now I got my A's and Z's. Tell me what you think.
That's the first proper encounter in the game done, because no one counts the first guard, because no one should.
Could be
And
a
that's
gimmick.
the
Use
first
magic, then I need
bonecharm
to check it
picked
out.
up. We got robust. I always find that the first 2 bonecharms are super useless to whatever kind of playthrough I'm trying to do. Maybe that's just me. But it always seems to be something to do with like grenades or pistols. this safe is 451, as with every first safe in Dishonored games. And 451 are the number of books on each shelf, which is how we know. Later you come into a letter in the baths that tells you to tally the books. And here I'm just making sure my amount of money is consistent with my test run that I did earlier. And I think I actually have more, so that's a neat little bonus. And now, since we're in neutral territory, we can put the sword away and walk about as normal. Before heading into the baths, which we could do, we're going to head down into that tunnel. Now, if these two dogs spawn asleep, I didn't know this on my first couple of playthroughs, and it's essential that you don't wake them up. So if you don't feel confident enough to loot this place now, just do it later. But plus you probably won't need whatever you find here, it's just an elixir and 2 coins. And we shouldn't need elixirs on this one. And I'm compulsively blowing out candles. Again, just move slowly past the dogs and they should be fine. This is on medium difficulty, so they might be less perceptive than usual.
If that doesn't do it, then I've got no idea how to fix it.
The bottom floor of the baths are
Outsiders'
still
eyes.
fine to walk around.
Dowd. They're making him fight.
We decided
I have to
to
get
refuse the
him out of there.
above witch's offer of 100 coins to get into the bar, I guess. We're just going to pick up this. On his right pocket is the letter. But yeah, we're refusing the offer for 100 coins to get into the bar because we want to maximise the amount of money we have for upgrades later. Now we're just going to hop up here and move into the restricted area. And in doing so we find our second bone charm, which is unnerving target. I'm equipping them just for, I don't know, compulsion's sake, I guess.
Dowd's
Now
never
that
lost a
this
fight.
is the only painting in this level, and you can just lean and no one looks up far enough to notice you. You have to take it before you free Dowd, otherwise he takes it and it doesn't count. So next we're going to come in here. It's completely safe, so I don't know why I've peeked through that keyhole, but anyway.
Once knew a kid who said his bone charm would
This is
improve
the
his
agility black bone charm, and it is essential to this
mental
run.
skin.
If you want to skip everything else, that's fine, but this is necessary. bear in mind the witch just behind you. She's got a pretty easy to predict patrol pattern though. Don't shut that door, because if you do she'll notice and she'll come and investigate. If you forget to not close the door, you can hop up behind you and she won't check there. This hole right here, we're gonna come back to that later because it's important for killing Milky. We've just got to wait for her to move and we should be dandy. You can tell by just listening to her sweeping. When it stops, you should be good. Now, going in here, I did notice a glitch hiding, or it might be a glitch, it just might be me messing up. Basically, even hidden behind these boxes, which is what you're meant to do, you can see Jeanette is starting to become aware of you, even though she has no real reason to. And this got me caught quite a couple of times, and I didn't know what to do. But eventually I figured out to use these pipes and get up above. Be careful of the dogs, there's a chance they might be able to still detect you despite your height. Now he's going to return to his table, so we're just gonna drop down here and take the bathing salts. And the reason we're coming back here is because of this I didn't get to read that. So now we're here, we've just got to get back to the room with the overseers hanging. And this took me quite a couple of tries, if I'm honest. I kept messing up. Bear in mind to peek through that keyhole to know where the witch in that room is. Jeanette might see you on her patrol, and I almost get seen. I'm not counting alerts as spots. That'd be too stressful for me, and I'm doing this for fun as well as a tutorial.
Hopefully they just leave me alone.
So we're just gonna sneak back here. Now the game doesn't say that killing dogs is a kill, so I'm just not gonna count it, especially since it gets me more money. Kill Milky to make him stop still, and then drop the bottle down. And it should set him on fire, and no one sees you, so it's all good. Now that that's done, we now have to get the suppressor key from Jeanette, which means going back into the hell room, and I think I've messed up 7 times or so in this room, so be careful, that's all I'm saying. Luckily she's got a marker on her, but killing Milky like that alerted both of them, so now they're both patrolling. The muscly man, that's his name now, he's got a pretty easy to avoid pattern. You just have to hide behind the box as he goes behind the counter, and when he comes back, just go to the, I pointed there, go to this side like so. Thanks, past Billy. Yeah, so I was able to do all this without alerting them on my first go. So I just got Jeanette to come over a bit, and then while she were walking back, I stole the key. But since I can't do that here, and I was already super stressed out, I took the key and the bone charm. Power slash is pretty useless, but I think it's guaranteed on Jeanette. Not sure about that though. We're completely done with this room. We're never coming back. There are some coins and a hag pearl, but this run's going to be about compromises, and this is one of them. If you can manage to get those coins, then more power to you, but I'm not going to risk it. Here's me just checking that killing those dogs doesn't count, and it doesn't.
Only a few rats left.
Some questionable ethics there, Arcane. The recipe you'll need later is on the left drawer, and the black bone charm is on the right. But we're not going to concern ourselves with either just yet. We're just going to take the key and get out, because freeing Dowd will knock out everyone in the room in the baths. So we'll be free to, well, relatively free. Another obstacle shows up around there later. Amusingly, you can just drop down from the top balcony and no one will care, because once they see you, you've entered neutral territory. But I didn't want to risk it. Now everything's done, we just need to go to the suppressor and free Dad.
You're fighting the black magic brute? Why don't you roll in sardine and swim through hagfish water? Huh?
Use your bone charge! Protect yourself! Use your bone.
Now note that the two people in there opened the locked door, meaning we can get the corrupt bone charm Zephyr, which might be guaranteed. I've seen 2 playthroughs where that is Zephyr, and that's actually going to be useful.
Himself back on the dreadful whale.
So that's 2 out of 6 useful bone charms. Right now we don't need to panic, but once we get either to the staircase from which we entered, or to the top floor, that's when guards start triggering, and that's when you need to start to hurry. So I'm just gonna hop up onto these pipes and visit the bar again. And quickly, because the captain's about to come in, I'm going to unlock both drawers. I accidentally pick up the chloroform, which probably slows me down, meaning I can't get these coins because I'm panicking. Now I just need to break these, and that's the second contract done. I'm not worried about alerting the captain because he was already coming in anyway, and it doesn't seem to make him come any quicker. So now he's going to come out on that door on the right, so we need to hop out the window real quick and hop down here. Now we're back in this tunnel, which again is essential because the other way is much more risky. If you want to go back through the apartment, sneak past the dogs again. And now we're back near the start. We're almost free. There are more guards now. Not in this particular area, but just up ahead. Just wait for him to die. That one doesn't count because we didn't do anything. And he's not a dog. So I think I'm free here. But what's important to remember is this guy. Screw this guy. So I mess up a bunch of times, get spotted by him, and then I notice that the pipe we used to get up into the apartment, and I'm starting to think, can I use agility to quickly get up there and get a better vantage point.
2 more months, she says. Then she'll leave him. I can wait.
So I'm waiting for the patrolling guard to walk past,
Hagfish. Anyone here?
and the screw you guard almost spots me but doesn't, because agility speeds me up, and I think Zephyr helped there. So if it is guaranteed, that's pretty handy. Now I'm weighing up my options. You see, I could try and jump across to that pipe, but that messed up and I made a big noise and I got spotted. I could also try and distract the screw you guard with a voltaic shot, and this time I actually managed to get to the pipe, but in their heightened state of alertness they managed to spot me,
You're not supposed to be here.
and I restart again. Now we take the path that I thought was most unlikely to work. I decided to try jumping down next to this guard, and for some reason it didn't trigger him. When you're making that jump, remember not to press the jump button, because that might mean you land as if you're trying to protect yourself from the fall, which means you make noise and so on. We pick up the bottle from the first essential room and we hop up here. Now there are 3 or 4 guards. There were 4 guards on my first try. I could never find the 4th in this one. You want to get up to this ledge and throw a bottle at this angle. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to alert them, which is to try and hide your escape, you can just wait for like a opening in their patrols. Sometimes the captain will sit on that bench, which makes the bottle important to get her attention away from you. But I hop down here and I almost alert someone ruining this entire thing, but luckily I'm able to get away just in time. That's about as dramatic as this playthrough will get, I think. Now that's done. And we're free, and we're happy. We've recovered from all the stress, and as you can see, it says I haven't killed anyone, which is technically true, because it was just 2 dogs. And we've got all 6 bonecharms and the painting. Didn't get all coins. Anyway, that's been the first part of the walkthrough. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time for Follow the Ink. And we're going to close off with a lovely view of polluted water. Bye everyone. Just gotta distract the guards. Oh my god, I hate this game.